Hello, everybody. Welcome back to NASCAR Racing 2003 season. And, man, sad. We just saw the, what will be the final race at the current and original configuration of Auto Club Speedway, once known as California Motor Speedway, and I guess Fontana is what you would call it location-wise. But, yeah, oh, man, there's just no track that really races like it. It's like a Michigan, but a bit flatter. And, you know, I got all those different grooves, and it's very bumpy and worn, and it's just one of those tracks like, say, a Darlington or something like that, where, like, the pavement has aged perfectly, you know? But it will be converted into a short track because a lot of the land in the back of the speedway has been sold for, I guess, real estate, and there's people who are much smarter at talking about that than me, but, yeah, like, goddamn. Well, it makes you wonder, like, these quote-unquote booming real estate markets. It's like, I don't know anybody in this generation who can really break into the real estate market, so to speak. And, you know, in the long term, you're not really going to have a whole lot of people being able to, you know, like, afford those houses and that real estate and whatnot. So it's like, what exactly, how exactly is that market booming? I don't know. Anyway. Something, millennial and financial commentary, yada yada. Anyway. But we are going to be running the 1999 roster. My favorites, 98 and 99. My favorite rosters, just like aesthetically and whatnot. I have these ones remembered the most because I played a lot of NASCAR 2000 as well as NASCAR Rumble growing up. So I'm very familiar with these cars, these drivers, and everything like that. It's just my favorite mod to mess around with is the Cup 98 mod. And of course, we'll be driving as the GOAT, well, one of the GOATs anyway, Jeff Gordon, and arguably, well, not even arguably, his greatest paint scheme, one of the most infamous paint schemes in NASCAR history and racing history in general, the DuPont Rainbow Warrior. Now, we will be running the older, or I guess, you know, stock in-game version of Fontana, because, well, it's honestly really damn good. There are some more modern versions that, as the tires where you do actually are able to utilize the higher lanes, just by how it is and whatnot, but and the multiple grooves and whatnot. But we'll be running the older version of it just to kind of, well, I just want to. So even as the tires wear here, there's not really as much multi-groove racing, if even at all, but it's still a really good track. Doesn't need any tweaking out of the box. Like, again, some stock tracks in this game do need a little bit of tweaking out of the box, but in the INI file, but this one's pretty much perfect out of the gate. So, yeah, I'll be running about 100% difficulty here. The AI on tracks like the faster tracks like this in Michigan, you kind of want to jack the AI up a little bit because they're just a little bit hesitant going into like turn one or something like that. So, yeah, it's a little bit higher. We'll be doing a 45% race, so 113 laps. Pit stop frequency times 2. Weather clear, 70 degrees. Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and jump into practice here real quick. Set some laps. And again, probably the most comparable circuit to this one would be Michigan. Especially in its older incarnation where it wasn't as worn. But just kind of a slightly lower banked Michigan with a bit more grooves of racing, I guess, over time. You can kind of get away with like running like a middle line here. But for the most part, in its older incarnation, or I guess newer incarnation, younger incarnation, really only one groove around here. However, it is still very easy to burn your tires off on this track. And if you do that, you will be getting loose on corner exit, especially coming out of turn 2. Which is the corner that kind of closes up on exit a lot sooner than you might anticipate. We'll dab the brake on the entry to the corner there. Let's hug the apex, try to keep it on the dark line. Wash out a little bit wide on the exit, but pretty decent corner. However, even in its younger form, this track is still very bumpy, as you saw on the back straight, and even exiting the corners, as I'm really pushing the tires a bit too hard here. But, yeah, I'm running a little bit of ground clearance here, actually, in the front, because the car definitely will bottom out if you try to pin it down all the way. So you want to run a little bit of ground clearance here, especially for turns 1 and 2. You transition right onto those back straight bumps coming out of 2. The banking falls away pretty quickly, like kind of after you start getting on the power. So it's really easy to burn off your rear tires here and just completely, just get loose on corner exit coming out of 2. So we'll be watching that all race long. Thinking about making it cloudy conditions just to kind of bring the speeds up a little bit more. Obviously with a cooler track and cooler air and whatnot, you'll get a little bit more miles an hour just naturally, but keep it looking sunny. Okay, so I bumped the difficulty up 1 more %, so we're running 101 difficulty right now. And because they seemed a little bit slow in practice compared to me, I wasn't the fastest, but I was like up there in the field. However, in qualifying, I guess the AI is just super fast in qualifying. I taped the grill up, took some of the rear wing off or rear spoiler off, and still qualified 43rd. So I guess there's some balancing needed for qualifying in the INI file. But anyway, we'll be starting last. Let's go.
Drivers, start your engine!
Alright, so starting last place here, a bit out of character for Jeff Gordon in the 90s, but let's just say he maybe had to change his engine or something like that during happy hour. So, or just something, I don't know. Or they went to a backup car, or I don't know. Either way, it'll be more interesting, I guess, since we now have to fight our way through the field all the way. Go ahead and have our fuel mileage little display up there. Looks like about 25 laps is the fuel window.
Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him.
Although pit entry might be a little bit difficult since we now have the first pit stall, but whatever.
Be ready.
Both brake and throttle down here, build the revs.
Green flag, green flag.
And there's the drop of the flag. Pretty good reaction off the start. It's gonna stay pinned behind Hamilton here. And the 4 Kodak Max car. Now taking a look to the inside, and T1 already 3 wide up ahead. 93 is going to cut down in front of us here just to take it nice and easy in the early parts of the race here. And just like nowadays, even back then, this is still very much a momentum track. You want somebody to draft with on these straights to really set good lap times, and you want to be able to get a good exit out of the corner. So even back then, a track like this, as well as Michigan, just the way the tracks are, how high speed they are, it's all about momentum. I mean, nowadays, momentum takes a factor at pretty much every track, but, you know, back then it was still a factor at a track like this. They're 3 wide here on the inside of the fucking Hollywood video car. Goddamn. Hit me with the nostalgia as we throw it into 3 here. Trying to take care of the tires a bit early on here, not push it so hard. Really easy to get too greedy early on in a run, especially right now since we're back here with the slower guys. Oh, I slid the tires a little bit coming into 1. Threw it in a bit too hard. Kind of half throttle here or there through the corner. Hung up at the outside now. Got Hamilton to our inside. We'll still be holding the outside line here coming into 3. Oh, a little bit of late braking into this corner. Again, sliding the tires. Gotta take it a bit easier. Worry more about the exits and the entry. And just like that, we went too hot on the entry, compromised our exit, lost some ground to the 93 in front. Let's take it a bit easier here. Let the car kind of, whoa, okay, you're slow, hello. Let the car just coast in there on its own. Had to check up in the middle of the corner, lest I wreck Blaney. Forgot who was in that car for a second. There we go. Just roll it in nice and easy. Don't slide it. Back on the power, running.
Inside.
Well, we were running open.
Still
They're
there.
clear, as we now have the 36 of Schrader to our inside.
Inside.
So I'm not able to use the entire track here coming into one.
Still there. All clear.
Alright. The 36 will clear us exiting 2. But we'll be on his tail for 3, but not nearly close enough to make any kind of move. Get a dab of the brake. Get it on that inside line, let it roll. Back on the power pretty early. Nice exit here if I can make it work. And I can. I felt like I scrubbed the front tires a little bit on the exit, being behind the 36. But either way, it looks like we'll be able to pick up 2 spots coming into 1 here. So we're now making our way back to that pack we were just in
All clear.
before making that mistake earlier. Oh, and the car on our outside, the 75, gets a good run on the outside. A lot of momentum for him. With somebody else behind him pushing him. Again, at high speeds like this, you're going to want that draft. Here comes the 36 to the inside. Just swapping positions right now. Right at our corner panel. I'm going to give him the inside line here for T1. I'm not going to try to chop his nose off here. Too early in the race to get risky. Just focus on the exit. Hang on his outside. Get that momentum. Here comes the 75 to give the 36 a push.
Still there. Inside.
We're behind the 45, but not close enough to really get the draft I want coming out of the corner. Try not to gas it up too much in the middle of the corner there. Scrub the tires a bit on the exit. You basically want to minimize wheel input as much as you possibly can exiting the corners to maximize momentum. The more you have to turn the wheel, the less momentum you'll have exiting the corner. And that problem will get amplified as the tires wear. Just have not been able to run the line that I want to. I would like to get back on the inside here, but it's getting shuffled back. As of right now, 3 wide in front. 42 on the outside. We're all clear here. I'll go ahead and duck to the low line. Maybe make it 4 wide here coming into 1. Brake a little bit early so I can pin it on the inside. Oh, car slow in front. I can't tell who that is, but somebody is dropping back quick. I think we made contact with somebody. Yeah, the 60. Someone's up there dropping back quick. Who is it? I think we have the Mobile 1 car. It's Mayfield with some kind of issue. He is way off the pace on the backstretch. 3 wide. We're on the inside here. Well, it looks like he managed to gather it up, so maybe not an issue, maybe just a mistake, or he could have brushed the wall or something. Maybe just got really loose. But he seems to be back on the pace now. Let's see here. Very good T1 and 2 right there. Could have asked for a little bit more momentum exiting, though. I'm going to have a look to the inside of the 75 here coming into 3. Let the car roll. Bit aggressive. We are clear, though. 75's going to give it to us. But kind of lost the draft to the car in front. Hopefully we can make up some car lengths here in the T1 as we just coast in. Clip the apron there on the dam in the middle of the corner, and that messed up my exit. Just letting it roll, just letting it roll. There we go. It's all about getting on the power as early as you can to maximize the straights. Sitting in 32nd right now. I feel like we got decent enough pace here, but just haven't really been able to utilize it that well. That was a pretty good corner, though. Gained a little bit on the pack in front. Into turn 3 now. Oh, a little bit of action up there. Some guys swapping lanes. Getting further and further, or closer to the outside wall on the exit there. It's kind of a common issue with the tires where here you'll find yourself getting loose on the exit of 2 and tight on the exit of 4. But that was a very good turn 1. Very good entry. Made up a lot of ground to the 21 of, I believe, Elliott Sadler. Or is that Waltrip? No, that's Sadler. At least for this year. I think Waltrip would have been in the number 7. Dang. Scrub the front tires a bit more than I would have liked. Right there, just to keep it off the wall and still keep the foot flat. Just rolling it in behind the 21, just stay right on his tail. Back on the power, maybe cut down underneath them. Couldn't quite make it happen, but a decent corner. Stay in his draft here. I don't really want to make it 3 wide, so let's just go ahead and swing back to the outside, then back to the inside, maximize the room on the track to get a decent exit, as the 16 definitely had the advantage there on the 21 exiting 4. We'll take him on the outside here. 21 might be kind of falling off here.
Inside. Still there, inside.
He's going to have us in the middle of the corner, but we might have the momentum on the exit. Looks like we do.
Still there.
But we don't clear him. He's at our door. And now making our way back to Blaney here on the outside line. Really trusting the car here on the exit of the corner. Almost hit the wall. Scrubbing those tires a bit more again.
Inside.
I really don't want to go 3 wide here.
Still there. All clear.
21 slow. I had momentum when I put my foot down in the middle of the corner. I could have made the corner if he wasn't there. And had a really good exit, but he was there and I couldn't get underneath him.
Outside.
And now we'll throw it to the inside here and coming into 3.
Clear. Clear high.
We'll clear him for the moment.
Outside.
And he's going to be right back on our quarter.
Still there.
Now at our door.
Still outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside.
I mean, you can kind of make the outside line work here. You will be slower in the corner, but you'll get a nice run off the exit. So even though this is the earlier incarnation of the track, there still is some like multi-groove action going on here. Although the AI, when running by themselves, will the vast majority of the time prefer the inside line. But they, as well as the player, can still make the outside work. However, the extreme outside, like, you know, running up against the wall, running the Larson line, not really a thing on this circuit. Not yet, anyway. 21's going to get right back around us. Just kind of been battling the same people all race so far. Really haven't made up a huge amount of ground. Not the best arc into the corner as well. I need a later apex so I can have more room on the exit. Again, the less you turn the wheel on the exit, the better. The less you have to, anyway. Because that means less tire scrubbing and more momentum. But the pack still really isn't that much spread out, at least in the midfield. Yeah, let's just like kind of let it roll a bit higher up this time. Back on the throttle, keep it flat all the way through. There we go, that's the corner that I need. 9 laps of fuel remaining here, so we will start seeing green flag pit stops here within like the next maybe 5, 6 or so laps.
Still outside.
A lot of wheel input on the exit there.
Clear high.
The on-screen wheel doesn't really one-to-one display the actual input that I'm, putting in, so yeah, there's that.
All clear.
And I'm too lazy to grab my webcam. Plus, my webcam is shit, so there's also that. And there isn't really a good place that I can place it, so I just opt not to use it. Because it just doesn't look good.
Outside. Still there. All clear.
21's going to get the run on the outside line here, pull away a little bit down the straight, but we are in his draft. And we do manage to stick with him coming into turn 1. Just being nice and patient with the car here. Back on the throttle at a very good time. I have the room to make it work. Fuck it, let's go ahead and look 3 wide into turn 3 here.
3 wide. 2 of them
Can I make this one work here? Is the 44 of Petty, one of the coolest paint schemes of all time right there.
Clear high. Outside.
Cuts down in front, 55 on our outside
Outside.
of Wallace.
Outside.
About even with him on the exit. Got a nice run on the 44.
3 wide.
Look to the inside here, a 3 wide pass.
Still outside. Clear high.
Still got somebody on our outside, now we're clear. Alright. And now, we make some decent ground here for the first time in a while. 26 on the inside, but not a whole lot of momentum coming into 3. We'll stay with the 25 here on the outside.
Still there. Inside.
As the 44 makes his way back to the inside.
All clear.
Couldn't quite get the better run exiting the corner. We're going to cut back down low and make that same 3 wide pass from a lap ago.
2 of them outside. Outside.
Although it's a bit more difficult to make this one stick. Just the way that we came in. Although we do clear him. But here comes the 16 again. Now 5 laps of fuel remaining here, so... Oh, looks like the 26 is going to pit here, I think. He's slowing down. Yes, he is. Alright, we've still got 5 laps of fuel left here, so... We'll stay out for a bit. Not really a good time to pit yet, in my opinion. I might pit the next 2 laps, but not this time by. I feel like maybe having a few lap fresher tires compared to some other guys might help us here in the long run. I'm going to stay on the outside line here. Outside line here, though, just in case the 16 decides to pit. Sterling Marlin up there, also choosing not to pit right now. Plus, I like to have a less crowded pit road as well. Because the AI can sometimes beat the crap out of you in pit lane. So there's that. I think this time by we'll be coming down pit road now. Some cars exiting here. So right now we're currently sitting in 5th, but we have yet to pit. So when everything cycles out, we'll take a look at where we wind up. Now, no adjustments. Car feels pretty fine here. 4 tires, fuel, standard pit stop. Slow it down a bit earlier here since we have the first stall. Whew, there we go. Don't really got to worry about sliding the tires here since we're replacing all of them. Pit speed limit is 55 miles per hour, so I won't speed, even though I have a chat bind that will clear any black flag for me, but I won't abuse that. We had a really good entry into the pit lane here, so, and a really good pit stop as well. And we'll stay within NASCAR's rules here and not blend until the backstretch. Don't push it too hard here on the apron. Don't want to clip the apron and spin. Or clip that transition and spin now. Make our way back up the gears here into fourth.
All clear. Outside.
And make our way across the stripe here, and the leaderboard will update, and we'll see where we're at. Looks like we're kind of around some of the same cars from before the pit stop. And there's Kenny Wallace on our inside.
Still there. Inside.
And after that stop, we are now in 22nd. So not bad. Not bad at all.
Clear low, buddy.
Anyway, we will have like about a lap or two fresher tires than a lot of the guys here in the long run, so hopefully we can see some of that long run speed coming on. Maybe conserve a little bit here. We do have some partners here to draft with in these straights, so I slide a bit in the middle of the corner. Compromise my exit.
Still there. Inside.
Chad Little now to our inside.
Still there.
We do got more momentum than he does
All clear.
down the front straight. Looks like he might look to the inside. No, he thinks better of it. Car's a little loose here on new tires as they come up to temperature. Tire pressures as well come up. As well as just getting used to the feel of new tires after running worn tires for a while. You lose about like 2 or so seconds a lap here. I think even more than that on worn tires. But we are making some decent pace here, having started last. And as far as AI difficulty goes, they seem just about right. For me, anyway. And I would never at all say I'm the best at this game, or any sim racing game in general. Just trying to have fun. Feathering the throttle to the corner, trying to find whatever little bits of rear grip I can to get speed on the exit. Made up a couple car lengths on Kenny Wallace here now, right on his back bumper in the draft. And we'll have a look to the inside for T1. Throw it in.
Still outside.
42 on our outside here. Might not get underneath them yet. Kenny Wallace is going to back out of it and give us the exit here. Now behind Nemechek. That will put us up into 21st here when the leaderboard updates. We cross the stripe. I scrubbed the tires a bit in the middle of the corner. Don't want to push it too hard early on. I felt like I did that a bit too much in the first stint, which is why we kind of stalled out on pace at a certain point. Looking underneath the 42 here, he's very slow on the exit. I give him a tap on the bumper there. I thought he'd move or something, but no. And now we got Wallace on our outside here. Just no momentum on the exit because of that.
All clear. Outside.
Chad Little looking low, but he backs out of it. And Kenny Wallace backs out of the outside line. Let's go ahead and use all the track we can. Wallace with a nice run behind us. Try to really use these new tires here coming into one. Really roll it in. A little bit of trail braking as well. Don't clip that apron. Get as close as you can to it without hitting it. This really is a fun track, though. There really is no other track like it before, and I don't think there ever will be. Even in its earlier incarnation, you still get kind of multi-groove racing, at least a little bit. And
Still outside.
it got much better as it aged. You know, similar to like a Darlington or Atlanta, until Atlanta's pavement got a bit too old, and Richmond kind of has that same issue right now, but it's like Michigan, but just a bit more,
Still there.
you know, in its earlier incarnation like this. It's like Michigan, but a bit more,
There. Inside.
bit more strategic, I guess. There's a bit more tire management.
Still there. Inside.
just naturally. Obviously, a big track like this, fuel is always going to be an issue too. My spotter telling me to save the tires. So I got a car on our inside here. A C Park, slow on the exit, checks up the 97. And we will clear him on the exit. Although Michigan is overall a faster track, but it's just, this place just, it's like Michigan, but it has a bit more character. And it's really a shame to see it go. I'm not against them building a short track in California, but man, at the cost of this circuit, which just has countless stories to tell, and such a huge footprint in American racing history. It's a shame to see it go. Oh, Michael Waltrip now making his way into the scene. He's going to be behind the 97 into 3. We might have the better run on the exit here, but I'm losing time to the cars in front, battling too wide with these guys, especially in the outside line. 97 opting to kind of drive me up the track right there. Coming into the corner, he does not want to give this spot up. As we swing out wide on the exit here, using all the track. Slightly more momentum than the 97 down the back straight. Still side by side with him though. Been side by side with him for like the past 3 laps now. Just can't quite clear him. We are the faster car, but I can't like duck behind him and then go to the inside because the 7's right there. As well as a bunch of other cars now jumping into the picture behind me, so I have to, you know, pass them on the outside here. Something's got to give. The 97 now finally backs out of it, but here comes the 7. So once again, can't run that line that I want to. Now might be 3 wide down the back straight here. No, the 97 doesn't get that run. And now we're running by ourselves here. I can hopefully make up some ground to the next car in line. Take a look at our fuel mileage here. 16 laps of fuel left in this stint, with 76 to go. You can really throw it into T1 nicely here. Let's keep it nice and smooth. Again, the less steering input, the better. Tires are looking all right. A little bit better on wear compared to last time, at least feel-wise. So despite battling for, battling side by side with the 97 there for a good amount of laps, I feel like I still have more tire underneath me to use in the middle part of the stint compared to last time. Really chucking it into T1 here. Might have overcooked it a tiny bit. Yeah. Had to kind of wait on the car to rotate in the middle. Couldn't quite get on the power as quickly as I wanted to. You know, a track like this, throwing it into the corner as late as possible. I mean, this can more or less be said about oval racing in general, but throwing it into the corner as late as possible might not always be the fastest way to get around the track. Sometimes you might have to back it up a little bit, compromise your entry for a better exit, and that will give you the overall better lap time, depending on things like, you know, tire wear, line, all those factors. The thing about oval racing, it looks super simple on the surface, you know, just 2 corners to deal with. But in doing those same 2 corners over and over and over again, you notice all these little intricacies underneath everything. And then, of course, things like, you know, tire wear is very important in oval racing. Fuel mileage on a track like this, especially with the long straights and the high speeds. It's a lot more complex than it looks. maybe the circuits themselves don't appear as daunting or as intimidating as, say, something from, like, you know, Formula 1 or like some sort of road course or something like that, right? But it's more about the way you drive. Instead of the circuit itself. More how you choose to get around it. Because there's more ways to get around these two corners than, say, a road course where there's, like, you know, pretty much one line through every corner. But something like this, where it's just two big, long, sweeping corners with so many little details in each one of them. So many little ways to find speed and mess up like that. The more you do it, the more you notice. The more you discover. Bill Elliott now making his way to the inside here. 10 laps of fuel left here, so we'll be seeing pit stops again here soon. No cautions yet, running into 18th. And didn't quite make as much ground as I would have liked this stint. You know, we came out of the pits in 22nd, only made up 4 spots. And now losing one to Elliott. I don't think we'll quite have the pace to win this thing, but we can at least maybe scrape a top 10 in the long run. Looking to the inside of the 94, couldn't quite make anything happen. Maybe I should have went for a pass. Maybe I shouldn't have went for a pass there instead of just followed behind him. We're more about keeping pace. Ah, tight in the corner right there. Tight in the middle. Wanted to get the car to the bottom, but just wouldn't turn. And 9 laps left of fuel here. 69, nice laps to go. A fuel stint is about 25 laps on a full tank. So, looking at maybe math. 2 or 3 more pit stops? I don't know. We might have one more pit stop, like, kind of near the end of the race, so maybe fuel conservation might come into play. We'll see. Ah, got no draft right now. You lose like a solid, like, 2 or 3 miles an hour at least down the straights with no draft. But a really good entry to turn 1 here. They're all bunched up and fighting up there, slowing each other down. So made up a tiny bit of ground on the pack in front. Now with 7 laps of fuel left. Trail brake it a tiny bit there. Make sure to get that car on the apex. Couldn't quite make it happen though, regardless. But not a bad corner, and they are fighting a good amount up there, which will slow each other down. So we're slowly making our way towards this group. Going to throw it into the 30, inside of the 33. It's going to be right on our door on the exit. Still in the quarter here. A little bit more momentum from him. But we do have the preferred line coming into 3 here. There's a couple of cars now choosing to pit early. That's interesting. We got 6 laps of fuel left here. So we're going to stretch it out till about 3 laps left of fuel, I think. And the caution has not come out yet, so something tells me that one might come out here soon. And I really don't want to be on pit road when that happens and get trapped a lap down. Because these are the days before the lucky dog, so you don't get the wave around. Throw it to the inside of the 33. Oh, a little bit of conflict up there. 33 does not want to let me have the corner. Just hangs on my quarter panel the whole way. And now he finally gives it up. Currently running, well, it's negligible right now, seeing as we still got a pit.
Leaders on pit road, buddy.
Alright, another leader on pit road here. I think the 94 is going to go to pit road there. Yep, he does. And again, we're still going to stay out.
Great job, man. Way to be smart. We'll get 'em.
Try to offer some, you know, few lap fresher tires in the field. See if that gives us a little bit of an advantage or something in longer runs. And really stretch the fuel window out too, because I'm not sure like if we'll be able to really make it on that final stint or not. I think I went one more lap here actually, as the car in front seems to be doing the same thing. Just really stretching that fuel window out.
Great job, buddy. Nice and smooth and hit your mark. Just keep a good pace. You're doing good. You be ready, buddy. Be ready to dive in here. Like
Alright, we're coming in this time by. That 4 tires stop, 2 cans of fuel. Let's go ahead and hit it. Alright, nice and easy here. Remember, we had the first, oh god, we had the first pit stall, so. Jeez.
your road speed is 55. 4,500 seconds.
Ah!
Back up, back up.
Damn it.
back up. Your road speed is 55. 4,500 seconds.
Overshot the stall a tiny bit. But we're good. Although, to be fair, it kind of looks like they moved the sign back from where it was before, so I don't know.
Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig. Go, 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 go. All the way to
Yeah, but we really opted to pit late compared to everyone else.
4,500 seconds. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. 4,500 seconds.
And pit road is pretty much barren right now. We'll see what this spits us out. We're kind of playing a long run game here, stretching that fuel window out. Having a few lap fresher tires. Things like that.
Dig, buddy.
Now make our way onto the merge road here. Slam it into third. I think we had decent tire wear last stint.
Get out there, go, go, go.
And back on at full throttle. Using all 9,000 RPMs for that.
All clear.
I think we might have lost position actually with that strategy here, but okay, we're playing for the long run. And it looks like that spit us out in the mid-20s. John Andretti's just on pit road for a while. He looks like he has an issue or something. Sliding the tires a little bit there. Again, tires will be a little bit cold. Pressure's a bit low. We'll take a couple of laps to get the full pace out of the car. Want to get behind Mayfield here, so I can at least have some kind of drafting help down these straights. Get momentum drafting, very important on this track. You know, unlike, say, a mile and a half like Charlotte or something like that, where you can actually, you know, running by yourself, you can make up good time and whatnot. On a track like this, you want to kind of be in a group for most of it to make up that time, because that drafting help, those runs down these long straights, they're going to gain a few miles an hour. Looking to the inside of the 12, got a little bit too early on the power in the middle of the corner there, had to back out of it, then back on it. 59 laps to go, so yeah, looks like we'll be looking at 2 more pit stops for fuel unless a caution of some kind comes out, which hasn't happened yet, but you never know. And that can throw a monkey wrench into our plans here. So I think with that in mind, I might short pit. Or pit kind of earlier. Maybe with like, you know, 8 or so laps of fuel left. This next pit stop, since we'll be pitting one more time anyway. Pit early, try to get some track position out of that. Me and Mayfield here gaining on that pack in front. T1 again here, really throw it in, almost slide the car sideways on the entry. But a really, really good corner right there, actually. As we're about less than a car length now behind Mayfield. Dab of the brake on the entry, let it roll in here. Partial throttle through the middle, and full. Don't scrub the front tires on the exit. Not my best corner, but still kind of staying with them. If losing a little bit of ground. But it's this entry to T1 that I'm really good at here. That really gains us that ground back. Mayfield now looking to the inside of the 33. I'm going to use all the room on the track here to arc it in. And I'll get myself into the inside of the 33. Might be 3 wide here on the exit. Not quite. Used a lot of front tire on the exit right there. 33 might have a better run to T1. About even. About even. About even. And he's going to back out of it. And we will clear him. Still behind the 12 here, though, but he seems to be a good car to follow, so I'll stick with him here, taking a really wide entry into T3 here. So I can maybe get in the power a little bit earlier in the middle of the corner. Does kind of help. We got a good run coming out of 4. But a lot of cars in front here, a lot of traffic all of a sudden. Mayfield's going to take kind of a middle line here. Now duck back to the inside. Wall trip on the outside. Oh. Got a little loose on the exit. Got to hold this inside line here. 42 now moving up high as the 12 makes his way inside of him. Use all the track there, now ducking back low. Try to stay in that draft of the 12 and the car behind. Now 3 wide into T1 here. And we clear them. Alright, use up all the track on the exit. Mayfield looks like he might have a bit of a run, but nowhere near a good enough one to make a move or even have a look into 3. As we now make our way towards Mike Skidder and Bill Elliott. Although Mayfield's still on our back bumper. I've got to keep my eye on him. He's going to be looking for a way back around. Really chucking it into 1 there. But despite that, managed to get a decent enough exit. The stick with the 31 here is going to stay low. So we'll go ahead and ride the higher line entering the corner. Clear Mayfield now. Might get the run on the outside on the 31. Looks like we do. We'll make our way past him down the straight. And even clear him coming into one, having the inside line. Nope. He's able to get more grip in the middle of the corner and shove his nose in there. And we're right back on his outside. But with the better run and the drafting help of the 94. Now have a look to his inside. Looks like somebody might have blown up. Or had some kind of issue. And Dylan Hart Jr. now making his way to pit road smoking. So that might be his day done. We'll see. Either way, he's gonna go a number of laps down. Sometimes the AI will come back out after having an issue like that. Not always a blown engine. Could be like a radiator issue or something like that, or a transmission. You know, this is back in the day when, if you did have like an issue like that, there was no like I guess like clock or something like that to go by. So you could repair the car, then come back out just for, at the very least, points. Even if you weren't really in the race from that point on. Here comes the 31 again here. Looking to the inside. We'll go ahead and give it to him here. Running a really high line through the middle of the corner. Try to get some momentum. Couldn't quite make it work. Again, back then, that extreme outside line really wasn't there. And you mostly want to be running the inside and kind of like the middle inside to make pace around here, even on worn tires. Maybe later on I'll do a video of like the track like in its newer incarnation, or more recent incarnation, where it does have more of a multi-groove thing going on. But I just really wanted to use the late 90s roster for this video, so, because I love these cars. Kind of scrubbing the tires a little bit on the entry. And now 13 laps away from a pit stop that we are going to pit a little bit earlier in the fuel run this time around. So we're 3 wide, hung up on the outside here now. 21 having a look. Try to get in the power kind of early and carry the momentum. Now cross down underneath the 31 here. Try to make it stick in the corner. Really shallow entry. Couldn't quite get the arc and the approach that I wanted, but managed to clear him to the 21 with a big run. As you can see in the mirror, but he might kind of stall out down the straight. It looks like he does. Dab the brake, throw it in. Let it coast, back on. A little wide on the exit, but just want to use all the track. I'm curious when the AI is going to start pitting, because you can get a little creative with the strategy now here. 45 to go, so yeah, we'll be looking at 2 more pit stops. Because the closest you can run the fuel window here is 35 to go instead of 45. And you still have to pit one more time. At least for a splash or something to make those last 10 laps. So you can get kind of creative here with the pit strategy. But I think I'll pit the first instance that I see other cars pitting. Regardless of how many laps I have left. Although I'm starting to notice these couple lap fresher tires than a lot of guys. Starting to come into play here now later in the run. I can still really throw it into the corner into T1 while some other guys are really slowing up. That is helping. And with that in mind, I think now it's time to really abuse the tires. No reason to conserve right now. The tire wear is looking pretty decent. We're currently running 15th, so inside the top 20, and we might just about scrape the top 10 by the end of this thing. It's been slow progress, but progress nonetheless. Now back behind Chad Little here. So we made our way out of that hectic pack, and now everything's kind of spread out now. Yeah, definitely rocking some better tires now than a lot of guys. So even though this stint we came out of the pits in a lower position, we did net ourselves a lot more spots this time. 25 choosing to pit, I think. Yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and pit next time by. Didn't really expect that, but we'll go ahead and pit next time by. Say we'll have to pit one more time. You could potentially split it in half. There's the two of Rusty Wallace making his way out. Running 6th right now before things cycle out. Try not to overshoot the pit box. That definitely didn't help either last time. Oh, kind of downshifted a bit early there, but trying to make it smoother here. Oh, wait. Whoop. And there we go. Again, no adjustments here. 4 tire stop, 2 cans of fuel. Car feels good. I wouldn't really say it's getting tight or loose overall as the tires wear. Car's pretty balanced, so just leave it as is. Some more guys are coming in and out of the pits. Looks like we'll be behind Kenny Irwin Jr. here on the exit. Oh. Let me just go ahead and clear that real quick. Oh, that was a scoring error. Or a sensor error or something. With pit road. That never happened. So no penalty for me. Go ahead and get back up to speed here and cross the stripe, see where that cycles us out. I think some guys still have hit the pit. But I'm pretty sure the 2 cars up there, Chad Little and Benson, have both pitted. And this will cycle us out in 18th, so unfortunately lost a couple of spots in that cycle, but again, not everyone's pitted yet, so we might regain those spots here. We'll see. Been a good race so far, a lot of strategy, a lot of side-by-side action. As I push it a bit too hard on the entry of 3. Here comes Park once again. I'll be looking to our inside. Yeah, it looks like we'll be 16th place here now, so might not have really gained positions or lost positions in that cycle. It's kind of running the mid-teens still. As the 1 is able to get around us and take that spot away. Oh, a little loose in the entry there. But on the power early. Didn't quite maximize the corner the way I would have wanted, but a decent run on the one nonetheless. Big draft, but nowhere to go. Not close enough to make a move. Unless I wanted to get really greedy, but let's not do anything stupid. He runs kind of a shallower line on the exit. He's gonna swing it outside. Be right on his rear bumper here through the corner. I had to kind of wait on the throttle a little bit. Compromised our exit. I feel like a stint like this, there's not a whole lot of points in a whole lot of points in saving tires, because we'll be pitting one more time anyway. So let's just push this thing.
All clear.
Can't quite clear the one. He makes the crossover move back to the inside. About even momentum-wise coming into one. He's going to throw it in. Might be able to cross back down underneath him here. He had to lift a little bit coming out of the corner. Never a good thing. To do here just kills your run if you have to lift even for like a millisecond. As we will have the upper hand. Into three. To the inside. We're going to get really close side by side here. Still on our quarter panel. As he pinches us down. Oh! I wanted to kind of run him up the track a little bit there. Just to kind of mess up his entry, but I almost ended up slamming into him. And now we shall clear him. But it looks like he might get a run again. Maybe. As we really throw it into three. Hearing the tires squeal in the middle of the corner. Don't quite get the exit that I want. Battle for 15th here. Not quite sure when to pit. You could pit at like, say... Like, if you didn't care about tire wear at all, you could pit at, like, say, like, lap with, like, 25 to go, 24 to go, or something like that. It's about how much a fuel run gives you on 2 cans, but... I don't know how viable that is, and just a tire fall off as well. Might not be worth it. I guess you can make it work if you conserve tires, but... I've already decided from the start in this stint, that's not what I'm doing. I'm pushing. Throw it really late into three here. Back of the car almost sliding up. Damn it. Pushed it a bit too hard in the middle. Here comes Park again. I want to reach that pack in front, but I'm gonna keep losing time to them if I'm running side by side with this guy. Because it doesn't look like they're fighting that much up there, just kind of staying in a line. And we'll hold them off on the outside, get the momentum on the exit. But I don't think we're done dealing with them. Yeah, it doesn't look that way. Maybe he's looking low again. Although we do have the better exit. Kind of feathering the brake a little bit there on the entry. Get the line that I want. Really good corner, but he is still there. This time gets the better run. He does not want to work together.
Still there, inside, all clear.
It's like he believes he's the faster car here, and so do I.
Inside,
Because we're going to overpower him on the outside.
there.
Run him down the track, let him know our intentions here. And throw it into turn one. Could have got back on the gas a bit earlier. It's always so hard to gauge. You really got to commit to the throttle in the exit. But if you commit a bit too soon, like, you find out very late in the corner if you're going to make it or not, you know? On this track. You find out very late in the corner. So it's hard to... It can be kind of difficult to gauge sometimes if you've gotten back on the power, if you fully committed to the throttle too soon or too early. Or, I mean, too soon or too late. Yeah, you find out right about here, at this moment right here, if you're going to have the room on the exit. And as you can see, that is way late in the corner. And all you can do, if you don't, all you can do is lift and kill your run on the straight, or just eat the wall. Couple of decent corners in a row there. Pulling away from Steve Park a little bit here now. Just use all the corner on the exit. Pulling away from Park, and I think there's a pack behind him catching up to him, so I don't want to deal with that. It's a good time to pull away. But I don't think we're really going to make any ground towards the pack in front of us this stint. I think we're just going to run in no man's land for a while. The most likely thing to happen is Park's going to catch back up to us again, which he is. "26 laps to go. And as I cross the stripe, I could potentially pit this time by if I wanted to, but that's not the best strategy, in my opinion, splitting this thing in half. With just the way the tires wear and the fact that I haven't been saving it all this stint, so. Ah, damn it. Got tight, got real tight. Hello. Oh, not gonna make the corner.
Clear low, buddy.
That was just bad for me. And Park will make his way right back by. Or right by. Right again. Back. Words. We're about even with him, man. I think we're a little bit faster, but like, takes a while to get around him. That's the thing. We're faster than him, but we really got to work for it. Both of us run it up pretty close to the wall on the exit there. Tells me that he's not conserving either. Ten laps of fuel left here, 23 laps left to go. I think we'll just pit whenever the leader does, really. I don't exactly know how to approach this last pit stop here. Unless a caution comes out.
Outside,
Very slow into the entry.
still outside. All clear.
Yeah, really bad corner for Park right there. Able to clear him no problem, but I see Ward Burton now caught up to this fight. I'd imagine you probably couldn't take two tires. That'd be way too risky. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take that risk. We have some decent track position. I feel like we could maybe make our way towards the top 10. Maybe. I don't know. Hard to say. With 21 to go, If that left front goes yellow, then I won't take 2 tires. I'll take 4. But if it stays green, I'll take 2. Because maybe you could take 2 here. And it is late in the race. Or Burton really running us up the track there into the entry. He's fast. Shoot. He's got something on him. But we're able to hold him off here. Let's take a look at this tire wear. We'll have this up for now. I don't know, man. As I'm looking at this right now, taking 2 tires seems pretty appealing. Yeah, get us some track position. 20 laps left. We take care of the tires a little bit, we can make it work. I have been pushing, but tire wear is not nearly as bad as I thought it'd be. You know, this isn't modern auto club where you want to take 4 tires every stop. And it's like Darlington level tire wear almost. Like, I might be able to make this work on 2. It's gonna be hard to call. I am starting to fall off pace wise here though. I'm really overcooking into T1 here. Where are we running right now? 17th, huh? 6 laps of fuel left. We've taken a can and a half to make it the rest of the way. Yeah, we're hemorrhaging spots now, late in this run. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to call. Fuck it, we're taking 2. We're getting risky. We're gonna take 2 tires this time here. If these guys are pitting, I'll pit. Yeah, they are. All right. Okay, Warburton is. All right. Bit fast, bit fast, bit fast. Really fast. Woo! Oh! Back it up. Alright, wasted a second there, but we're taking 2 tires here, so just by default we'll make up a little bit of time. Come on, get the fuel in, get the fuel in, come on.
Go, 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 dig. All the way to the last line. Your road speed 55, 4,500 seconds.
Alright, clear on the outside here.
Watch your speed, 4,500 seconds.
Alright. Got risky, took 2 tires. Oh, that front left is now yellow. I slid it a little bit coming in. Damn. I didn't even think of that. I approached the pit lane a bit too quickly. Locked it up for a second coming in. Wore that front tire down, but we're committed to this strategy now, so. That'll be the final stop of the race. Unless a caution comes out or something. And our tires are a bit too worn to continue, but I doubt that'll happen. It's been a clean race all the way through. In 20th right now until things cycle out, but maybe conserve a little bit. I don't know. We'll make it on fuel easy. Actually, 10 laps to the good. A lot of guys still have yet to pit. Who is that right there? Kenny Irwin Jr. We saw him earlier, so he was higher up in the field. The fact that we're meeting him again here now is a good sign.
All clear.
The cyclist back out in 17th, but still a lot more guys exiting the pit lane here. Yeah, more guys pitting actually right now. Make our way past Bill Elliott as he now comes onto the merge lane. So maybe this might have been the right call, but I don't know. We'll see how our pace falls off as this stint goes on. Not a whole lot of laps left, but still. $14 to go. And rocking in 15th right now, but still more cars exiting the pits. A lot of different strategies going on here. I don't know if I can quite outpace Irwin here.
Still there inside.
He's definitely got a rocket ship underneath him.
Still there inside.
I can at least try to stay with him here. Keyword try. Begging the car to turn there a little bit on the exit, but we stay with him. Time to start getting a bit aggressive here, start blocking. 21 having a look. Don't want to give him the inside line. And he is right there. Oh, I clipped the apron. God damn it. That's gonna just kill this corner.
Still there inside. Still there.
Might see Irwin pull away now after that mistake. I could have at least stayed in his draft, but don't know about that anymore. Although the 21, kind of a shallow exit. We're pulling on him a bit on the front straight. That's a bit too fast entering. Turn 1, yeah. Got greedy right there. Remember, we're on 2 fresh tires, not 4. So can't quite drive it like it's entirely pristine here. Might be into the wall here on the exit. Nope, just barely keep it off. Once again, Steve Park catching up from behind. I don't know if that 2-tire stop was the proper strategy now, because not having those fresh left sides are starting to show. Just trying to find where I can make this thing fast on these 2 tires. Where exactly I can find the speed. Here comes the number 1 to the inside. Had to give it to him. Had to give it to him. Here comes the 33. Yeah, I think we might just hemorrhage spots from this point on. 10 to go. Come on, man. Push, push, push. Nope, we're not going to make the corner there. Had to lift. Had to lift just a little bit in the middle. A lot more cars starting to catch up to me here, I see in the mirror. Yeah, I think 4 tires was the way to go. Just don't think we have the overall pace to make 2 work. I'm going to go ahead and give Burton the block there, but it's not going to matter. You still might have a look to the inside of 1 and 2. Not quite. We got a much better entry than he does. Kind of loose in the middle. Compromises our exit a bit. Yeah, we're going to be falling back from this point on. I guess it's just the battle to hold top 20. I really have to convince this thing to turn now. I'm starting to get tight in the front of the car, and the rear of the car now I'm starting to notice is getting a little loose. And taking 2 tires is always a risk. I've had it pay off before in the past, but this is one of those instances where it just doesn't pay off.
All clear. Inside.
And I'm asking,
Clear low, buddy.
oh man, I'm writing checks. This car can't cash right now, grip-wise.
Clear low, buddy.
Damn it.
Inside, green light, swivel inside. Clear low, buddy.
It's got absolutely trained right there. All I can do is just try to stick with these guys now. Yeah, 4 was the way to go. Would have lost some spots exiting pit road, but would at least have something to fight with. Yeah, I just can't get back on the power at the same time anymore.
Inside. Still there, inside. Clear low, buddy.
Just can't get the momentum on the straights. I still have a pretty good entry into both corners, but just can't get on the power as soon as I'd like to.
Still there, inside.
And that is where you will find most of the pace here. Corner exit. Yeah, scrubbing the tires there in the middle.
Inside.
Just begging this thing to turn.
Still there, inside. Still there. 5 to go. Just keep hitting those marks. Trying to take
Be
care of
5 to go here.
it. Still there, inside. All clear.
Here comes Kenny Wallace now. Yeah, it's just trying to preserve. I don't think we're not gonna get top 20 either, man. It's just trying to hold off who I can. That's all I can do now.
Still there, inside. Still there, inside. Still there. All clear.
That is all I can do here now. Maybe try to stick with the 55 if I have the pace for it. Kind of roll it in. Can make the corner, but just barely here. Just didn't feel like it wanted to turn there in the middle. Can still have a good entry into 1, but just nothing on the exit. I have to use so much of the track surface too. I cannot run side by side with somebody and maintain pace. Can't hold anybody off if they get underneath me or something. Two to go this time by, or right now actually. Oh. And the leader, I think, has now grabbed the white flag. Yeah, we're just gonna get this thing home. And that two tire stop strategy, unfortunately, just didn't pay off. Didn't really gain me any spots exiting the the pits, and really didn't pay off in the long run.
One more time, buddy. One more time. Great.
Further down the stint. As we make our way around at turn 1 and 2 here for the final time. And now 3 and 4. Yeah, I couldn't get the car to the bottom right there. But just bring it home. Whew.
Checkers, bud. Sure, you guys did an awesome job. We'll get this stuff figured out. We'll be alright.
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sometimes just a bad strategy call ruins it for you. Still, though, very fun race. Ah, man. I don't think there's a single person who's going to miss this track, the way that it is, anyway. It's an absolutely legendary circuit. It's a shame. Oh, hello, pit box. Oh, it's a shame that even a track so infamous and you know, famous and as big and grand as Auto Club, unfortunately, falls victim to you know, land development and all that shit. I don't know if that's the full story or not, but I've heard some people kind of say that's part of it. So there's that. I mean, I can't really imagine why they'd want to, you know... I can't imagine them voluntarily shrinking the track down. Obviously, some other powers came into play that kind of forced their hand to do it, but... yeah, not just your local short tracks getting shut down by, quote-unquote, booming real estate markets. Sometimes it can also happen to a place as big and as established as this. So, oh, the sprint sign right there kind of ruined the immersion of the time period, but pretty sure when you have the shared folder, it has the sprint sign appear at all tracks. It just like replaces one of the files, I guess. But anyway, that'll do it for today. We're gonna miss you, California, or Auto Club, or whatever you want to call it. I hope the new short track that takes its place is able to live up to the legacy that this place provided. Take care.